Mr. McDonald, were you part of the DOJ's weaponization working group?
Senator, as referenced earlier in some questioning during the hearing today, the weaponization working group as commissioned by the president.
A simple yes or no would do. Were you part of the weaponization working group?
Senator, as I referenced earlier in questions before the panel, the weaponization working group as commissioned by the president and then the attorney general
I still haven't gotten an answer. Were you involved with the weaponization working group, yes or no? It's a simple question. You were either involved with it or you weren't.
Senator, as referenced earlier.
Yes or no, Mr. McDonald?
Senator, as I referenced earlier.
I'm not interested in what you referenced earlier. I'm asking you a simple question right now, not earlier, but right now. Were you part of the weaponization working group at Justice, yes or no?
Senator, as I referenced earlier,
okay, you're not going to answer the question. You're not going to answer the question.
Was rightly identified.
I don't know why you won't answer a simple question, but let me ask you a different question.
You ever see a simple question turn into a complete meltdown when someone just won't give a straight answer? Now picture that happening in Congress live on national TV, where the stakes aren't just ego, they're power, law, and public trust. What you're about to watch is Schiff going all and pushing hard for a yes or no, while DOJ nominee Colin McDonald refuses to play by his script. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just frustration. This is about control, shaping the narrative and how Washington really works when the cameras are rolling. If you actually care about truth, accountability, and cutting through political theater, hit like, subscribe to Real Talk America, and share this, because your voice matters more than they want you to believe, and we're about to break down what's really happening here.
Were you part of the DOJ's weaponization working group?
Senator, as referenced earlier in some questioning during the hearing today, the weaponization working group as commissioned by the president.
A simple yes or no would do. Were you part of the weaponization working group?
Senator, as I referenced earlier in questions before the panel, the weaponization working group as commissioned by the president and then the attorney general
I still haven't gotten an answer. Were you involved with the weaponization working group, yes or no? It's a simple question. You were either involved with it or you weren't.
Senator, as referenced earlier.
Yes or no, Mr. McDonald?
Senator, as I referenced earlier.
I'm not interested in what you referenced earlier. I'm asking you a simple question right now, not earlier, but right now. Were you part of the weaponization working group at Justice, yes or no?
Senator, as I referenced earlier,
okay, you're not going to answer the question. You're not going to answer the question.
Was rightly identified.
I don't know why you won't answer a simple question, but let me ask you a different question. Do you believe that members of the weaponization working group need to abide by the Justice Department manual? Yes or no?
Senator, as a career federal prosecutor,
I'm asking you a simple question.
I am very well familiar with the U.S. Department of Justice manual.
I'm glad you are. Do you feel the manual applies to people in the weaponization working group? Do they have to abide by it? Yes or no?
Senator, as you know,
why is that a difficult question for you to answer? Do you believe that members of the weaponization work group have to abide by ethical practices?
Senator, all Department of Justice employees, every day.
Is that a yes?
Every day.
I'm asking a very specific question, not about all department employees, but about employees in the weaponization working group. Do they have to abide by the Justice Department manual, yes or no?
Senator, all Department of Justice employees.
So that's a yes?
Operate within the provisions of the Justice Manual.
Mr. McDonald, is that a yes?
Senator, I would refer you to the answer that I just gave.
Or is the weaponization working group something different? Are you suggesting that it's different, that it doesn't have to abide by the ethics manual, that it doesn't have to abide by ethics at all? Why are you refusing to answer a simple question?
Senator, I'm not refusing to answer your question.
Well, do the members of the working group have to abide by the Justice Department manual?
Senator, as I referenced in my previous answer, all Department of Justice employees.
I'm not interested in your previous answers. You can't answer a simple question, or you won't, which leads me to suspect you believe they don't have to apply, they don't have to live up to the standards of the Justice Manual. So let me ask you a different question. In your time working with this group, did you ever observe any of the other members of the weaponization working group violate the Justice Department manual, yes or no?
Senator, the weaponization working group has been working
I'm not
to illuminate
I'm
the
not
facts.
interested in a filibuster of an answer. Did you observe members of the working group, or did you yourself violate the Justice Department manual?
Senator, as referenced
You're refusing
in
to answer
prior
that question.
answers,
So let me
the
ask you another
weaponization
question.
working group has been working.
Did you witness members of the weaponization working group mishandle grand jury material?
Senator,
Did that
as
come to
I
your
referenced
attention?
earlier,
I'm not interested
the
in what you referenced
weaponization
earlier.
working group
I'm
has been
interested-
working
I'm
to
interested-
understand
Mr.
the
McDonald?
facts and events
Mr. Mc-
underlying
Mr. Chairman.
significant
Mr. Chairman?
weaponization of
Mr.
the government
Mr. Chairman?
during the Biden administration.
Mr. Chairman, I'm asking for a simple question. I would ask your help in getting a direct answer. I've asked the witness whether he believes members of the weaponization working group at the Justice Department need to abide by the Justice Department's own justice manual. Would you assist me in getting an answer to that question?
No, I will not assist you.
Okay. Well, you have the chairman's support in not answering the question, so let me try another question. Or let me see if I can get clarity again. Did you ever witness any of the members of the working group violate rules regarding grand jury secrecy? Yes or no?
Senator, as I referenced in my prior testimony, the weaponization working group
You won't
is
answer that
working
question.
diligently to
So let
understand
me
the
ask you- let me
historic
ask you
abuses and
one last question
weaponization
and
of
see
the
if you're
Department
willing
of
to
Justice
answer it.
in the Biden
Mr.
administration.
McDonald, did you ever witness anyone in the weaponization working group violate the law? Yes or no?
Senator, I would refer you to my prior answer.
Your prior answer was to obfuscate, and it's become very clear you're unwilling to answer very simple questions, because it's very clear what that weaponization group is all about, and that is using the awesome powers of the Department of Justice to go after the president's enemies. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
All right, let's slow this down and really unpack what just happened, because this moment goes way deeper than it looks on the surface. Adam Schiff opens with what sounds like an easy question: were you part of the DOJ's so-called weaponization working group? Simple, right? But in Washington, nothing is ever that simple inside the Department of Justice. Every word carries weight, legal risk, political consequences, future scrutiny. So when Colin McDonald keeps saying, as I referenced earlier, that's strategy. He's staying controlled, disciplined, and refusing to get trapped in a soundbite, and that's exactly what starts to frustrate Schiff, because this was never just about getting an answer, it was about locking in a narrative, and when that doesn't happen, you can see the shift, the tone tightens, the pressure builds, and the frustration becomes obvious. Then comes the pivot, a smarter move, asking whether the group follows DOJ rules. Now we're talking accountability, but still McDonald doesn't give the clean hit Schiff wants, and here's the reality. When someone tries to force you into their version of the answer, you don't rush, you get precise. That's not weakness, that's control. And what you're watching here is a clash of styles. Adam Schiff pushing harder, trying to force clarity on his terms, while Colin McDonald holds the line, refusing to be boxed in. And from a Republican lens, this feeds a bigger concern. These hearings aren't always about truth, they're about moments, headlines, narratives, because if it was just about clarity, this would look very different, calmer, sharper, more direct. But instead it turns into pressure, and when pressure fails, frustration takes over. Now, let's stay grounded. The DOJ does have rules, ethics, and legal standards. Everyone is expected to follow them, but admitting or denying involvement in something politically charged, especially something labeled weaponization, is not a small move, and that's why you're seeing restraint, because that restraint is exactly what keeps institutions from turning into political weapons. And here's the key takeaway: not every silence means guilt. Sometimes it means discipline under pressure. And by the end, Schiff shows that frustration clearly, but the real story isn't the question. It's the fact that the narrative didn't land the way it was supposed to. That's Washington's simple questions, complicated realities, and a lot happening beneath the surface. Now I want to hear from you. Was this dodging or discipline? Drop your take in the comments, because your voice matters. And this is where real conversations happen. This is Real Talk America. Like, subscribe, and share so more people can see what's really going on.